We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to come out throwing. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Mark Andrews halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Good return up past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes,
he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
To throw is Rodgers. His throw incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense for the Jets, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holland. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't?
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. You look at this Steeler defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now here's Fields on the sneak, and he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Ran it last time, now Fields to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here we go. Good.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown On their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
88. Jump out. 26.
Now it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holland. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I can be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week. But the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Now Rodgers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Rodgers going to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go, Scott.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Hey, Terry. Here we go, Scott.
Back to throw, Fields. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Wipe out.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Holland. And he will have a Steelers 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point now by Boswell. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. A shotgun snap, Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He finds his man complete. It's Holland. Look at the big fella go. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this. It just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's on his way. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before the break. Fields. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Here we go. All right.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Don't jump. Ready?
Here's Fields. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
26. Inside.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Check 26. Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300.
Here's Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. And here's Ryan Wright now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Breaks through the contact. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Here is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
26.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, son. Right.
Fields. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
EQ. Hey, Ken. Here we go, son.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Sorry.
Play action. It's Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
11. Right.
Now it's Fields. And that'll be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Throwing is Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Jump out.
In motion, the tight end.
Number 50.
Rodgers now to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. The end result, 21 yards.
Here we go.
Now Allen. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Extend. You got to, right?
Now Fields eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Luke Schoonmaker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This offense so far on third down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He finds his man complete. It's Holland. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To throw is Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Holland. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
88. Back north. Hey, 88.
Rodgers again now. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Take 30. Inside.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. 2nd and 6 coming up.
West side sit. Here we go.
To throw is Fields. Flush to his right. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Kene Nwangu taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2.
Hey, never mind. Monday.
Now Fields. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. This is 1st and 10.
Hey, 626.
Now Rodgers. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. They'll go in for two. They'll kick the point after. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Get 300. Get 300.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Rodgers going to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Chris Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's fourth and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now it's second and 10.
He was covered by Cameron Finchon.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Tonight.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Tonight.
Here's Fields. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down, but that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2nd and 10.
Back north. Hey, 88.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's caught inside the 25. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Giants, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next